welcome back to the Yak Show. It's your boy Yak. Hey, today we starting our first episode on our third season. This is our third season. I brought y'all the shorts, but this is like the real season. I'm actually gonna put on YouTube, and also we're gonna discuss about like in-depth,
just in-depth topic
about like the topic that we are doing for this season, basically. I'm trying to find a word for it, but I can't find it. But basically, since this season is going to be fashion, health, and fitness and health, it's going to be tailored towards that. And we're moving forward. Today, we got our special guest, and he's on the fitness and the health side of our topic, what we're doing for this season. I'm going to let him go ahead and introduce himself, introduce where he's from, what got him excited today, what makes him tick, his personality, what he got going on, his accomplishment, his achievements, all the stuff that he want to talk about. I'm going to give him the floor to, do his thing.
All right, my name is Michael Bonner. I'm from the 757, Virginia Beach specifically. I'm a herbalist. I got into herbs or holistic health in general based on my mom having cancer, or just like my family, friends, just dealing with disease and stuff like that. I also went through my own traumatic experience within the hospital, and I was able to heal myself through herbs and diet and stuff, mindset, working out and stuff like that. So that's really like my background. I took a herbal class. I'm also under a naturopathic doctor who was also a personal trainer named Dr. Inky. He also runs a research center called Melanin versus Diabetes. So we show the relationship between melanin and how it corresponds with diabetes or cardiovascular health or health in general.
How does it correlate?
So through the research, we could look at melanin hormones, specifically melanin concentrating hormone, as a key regulator or star regulator in insulin, circadian rhythm, food, fat metabolism, energy metabolism. So many different things, but specifically melanin has hormones being called melanin concentrating hormone and melanin stimulating hormone.
And that basically, like, I know you talk about circadian. I think I just started like knowing more about the circadian, like the rhythm and stuff like that, how like your body changes when you wake up.
Yeah, your body natural alarm clock type shit.
So does that affect like your whole body since it's affecting your circadian?
So it helps regulate the circadian rhythm, insulin levels, fat, energy, thyroid production.
So what if you don't have melanin?
Everybody has melanin. So that's actually a very common misconception.
Okay, because that was a misconception that I had, because I thought like melanin is only found in
on the skin.
On the skin.
So with that being said, and this is a great point to bring up, everybody has melanin, because a lot of people like to say Caucasian or white people don't have melanin. But what they're talking about when they bring that up is they don't have a specific type of melanin, which would be EU melanin, and that's the outside melanin. But they have something called pheomelanin and neuromelanin. So
that's kind of like the basics, huh?
Yeah.
The basics melanin.
For sure.
Tight. You go ahead.
That's a good question though, because a lot of people do think some people don't have melanin, but if you didn't have melanin, you wouldn't be alive.
Oh, yeah. For real?
Yeah, because even within the brain, within the body, specifically within the brain, you have something called like dopaminergic neurons, which are also melanin based. So a lot of things within the body, like melanin plays a key crucial role. So if you didn't have melanin, you would not be here. You wouldn't be functioning, breathing, nothing.
So
talking.
You got little things that like makes you not function.
Not be
you
yourself.
You lose your heart, you gone.
You gone. Like,
melanin, you gone. It's crazy, bro.
Yes, you gone. And it's crazy. On that note, we also discovered that what controls the heart is melanin. There's melanocytes or melanin within the heart that controls the heartbeat or the pacemaker cells and the rhythm of the heart.
That's
and doctors were trying to figure out what made the heart beat, and melanin is a great contributor to that.
All right, man. Like starting off, if you don't have melanin, man, you better go get some melanin.
You better keep that melanin intact.
Exactly, bro. Or try to find a way to replenish that, because you can't lose it, right?
Yeah, you can definitely
Lose some.
You can definitely distort melanin. I mean, you can distort a lot of things. I said revitiligo, like from Boondocks, but vitiligo would be like the loss of pigment or pigmentation.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Vitiligo's like
exactly what Michael Jackson had.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, that's understood. Well, nah, this young already started good already, bro. We're gonna go straight to the first question. We're gonna start it smooth a little bit, kind of like if it was a day starting from the top, morning and stuff like that, moving all the way through, and we're gonna get as much information we can get it from this intelligent young man as we can. You know what I'm saying? First question is, what's it called? Paint a picture of a morning routine. What's your ultimate morning routine? Like, let's say you was given a chance to create the best morning routine that you could give to Obama, or I don't know, Elon Musk or something like that to get you paid. Like, what's that morning routine look like? And let it be something that's more so natural to you. Don't add no, cause you're doing it for Elon Musk now. You gotta add this extra stuff to it. You know.
So it's okay, cool. So it's pretty simple. When a person first wake up, I would tell them do something called a morning light. So we have something called a morning light. So you do 60 seconds of an exercise. Specifically, we pick squats, just because squats stimulate a good part of the body. You could also do 60 seconds of push-ups to break the lactic acid cycle. So what we do is we do a 60 and 60. So we do 60 seconds with 60 push-ups. And the reason for that being, and this goes into one of my biggest health tips with the cardiovascular health and push-ups, is because we do 60 and 60 push-ups in 60 seconds because we tie it to our anatomy. So there's 60,000 miles of blood vessels within the bloodstream. And blood travels at 60 seconds. So tying the anatomy with our physiology is how we're determining this 60 and 60 ratio for the better overall spectrum of cardiovascular health. With that being said, Harvard dropped a study saying if you can do 40 push-ups within 60 seconds, it decreases cardiovascular disease by 96%.
What?
So to break that down for anybody that just might not understand, if you could do 40 push-ups in 60 seconds, it's literally one of the greatest medical procedures or surgical procedures you could possibly do, with a 96% decrease rate in cardiovascular disease.
When it comes to cardiovascular, so when we look at COVID, right? COVID, the biggest problem.
But that was more of a respiratory disease specifically, but you know how cardiovascular.
Okay, so that's where I was correlating it to, because then looking back at it, it's if somebody was able to do 40 push-ups, 96% was going to be very beneficial to somebody that has COVID.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And of course, there's other key factors within that, not just the push-ups, but a 96% decrease in cardiovascular disease is the #1 killing disease in the world. I think everybody should do push-ups, and especially with that being the number one form of disease, with cancer being 2, and medical malpractice being number 3. But we didn't even have to go that far. You know what I'm saying? People should just be more active or more aware of their environment and their daily habits and choices. Is what I should say.
That's crazy, bro.
But that's just the beginning.
But that's so that just one segment of this episode right now could literally change somebody that's literally listening right now's life right now.
It's crazy because I deal with people every day. So this information, I've watched how it changes people's lives. People that don't even work out or can't work out. Example, my mom has cancer. So the things I'm saying, I'm actively working with her to do, to build better, build more muscle, build better neural connections within her brain, be able to help move her lymphatic system, help clean the blood, because she deals with cancer, try to get more oxygen into her body, because cancer helps dealing with cancer loves sugar, and it also is very active in a body that doesn't have a lot of oxygen.
So it's Is this okay? That makes sense. Like it just likes to be there, be at a place where like
where there's mad sugar, like fermentation. You know what I'm saying? Of course, you know, cancer is genetics, but some things that we do on a daily habits influence the. I don't even want to say the activation of cancer, but it contributes to the breaking down of cells and stuff like that, like the debris within the body that gets backed up within the lymphatic system. Because the lymphatic system is nothing but the sewer system of the body, basically, to get rid of everything.
So you believe that somebody could potentially get rid of cancer by following, like, a certain behavior of, like, I don't know, whether it's like eating or like even movement.
So I don't know if you've heard of this, or even anybody that's gonna watch this. I believe it's called nutrinomics, but nutrinomics is like the studying like habitat, diet, food, influence, like, and how this contributes to the overall spectrum of health. So there's been plenty of studies with people healing themselves of different types of therapies or herbs or medication, or, you know, from the pharmacy and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But the way we look at it is a combination of everything for our approach. So we don't just, like example, like I say I'm a vegan, but I only say I'm a vegan because that's what most people understand. But specifically, I'm a pigmentarian. So I deal with pigment. So that whether or not you eat meat, whether or not you eat plants, like everything, all of these things encompass pigment. So like, and pigment is nothing but color. Like, to break this down, melanin is a pigment, chlorophyll is a pigment, you know, like everything we see outside with the grass, the trees, the leaves, like the bushes, all of that is green because of a pigment called chlorophyll. We kind of learned this in elementary school and stuff like that.
I actually know this one. Yeah, I actually know chlorophyll. Yeah.
Then we got like hemoglobin within the blood, which is a protein that carries oxygen throughout the blood.
That's crazy. I knew that.
Just different types of protein. I mean, not different types of protein, different types of pigments. So like, I consider myself a pigmentarian. So I focus on a diet of pigment and fiber.
So it's like, it's some animals without pigment?
So, no. So, because animals have pigment as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? So,
you should be able to eat any meat.
So I'm not big on eating meat.
But my bad.
No Diddy. Pause. Pause.
My bad.
Like, right. I'm not big on, well, obviously I'm not big on eating meat. Again, no Diddy. That, because, you know what I'm saying? I don't indulge, and I'm actually almost a year in of being completely
pigmentarian.
You know what I'm saying? Pigmentarian. But with that being said, you could eat meat and still be a pigmentarian, because meat is red. Red is a color. Like, you still get the point. You know what I'm saying? It's about having a diet rich in color, because even if you look up like a couple different pigments like lycopene, anthocyanins. At first I was gonna say the most famous one that everybody knows is like beta carotene. Like, even if they or carotenoids, but specifically,
isn't that the junk that people use for when they go to the gym? Like
that's creatine.
Oh.
So, but no. Here you go though. So beta carotene is like something that's in carrots. Like, people always say carrots are good for the eyes. Yeah. Everybody's heard that statement. Yeah. But what makes that statement true is the beta carotene within the carrots. That's specifically what does that. But like I said, the lycopene, the anthocyanins, what did I just say? The beta carotene, stuff like that. All of those help get rid of chronic disease. So having a pigment-based diet is one of the best diets you could possibly consume. Of course, going raw sometimes, just to like allow the digestive system to have some time to relax. Like, you know how you work great example, you know how you work all day, every day, mm-hmm. and you like, man, I want a break. Like, you know what I'm saying? I get tired. Like, where my 30-minute hour mm-hmm. break? Like, I gotta go to sleep. Your body feel the same way. Your cells feel the same way. So, but it's like, most of the time you eat breakfast, lunch, dinner, you probably snack in between that. It's like, you don't really give your digestive system any time to really burn all that extra food that you've been eating all day. And then you go into the next day and you probably don't defecate, or, you know what I'm saying, use the bathroom as much as you possibly could, because you should use the bathroom every time you eat, but we don't. So you know something is backed up. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you need to,
Every time you eat?
every time you eat, you should use the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of the times you don't. So then things get backed up. But that's when like the herbs come in handy. Like this first one over here, Casa Sagrada, is used as a colon cleanser. That's what most people think of it as. And its specific job, because I like to deal with like what do herbs do rather than like I could tell anybody what's this good for. But then I wanted to get more into like the finer nuances of why does this do this? But so like Casa Sagrada contains something, because I'm not trying to make this too sciencey, but
You good,
it contains
this a good this segment is for you to be able to like get very technical and very detailed, because I want people to like understand exactly what you're talking about. You know?
for sure. So
Okay.
the Casa Sagrada has something called anthinoquinones, and its specific job is like helping the body detoxify itself. Casa Sagrada stimulates what's called the peristaltic wave, which is within the it connects the esophagus to the anus. So basically like ingesting that or taking it in tea form or capsules, however most people take it. Most people like capsules. A lot of people do like tea because it's bitter. Bitter corresponds. A lot of, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot of taste correspond with an emotion. So I can give you an example. Like love, you think of sweets, like for Valentine's Day. So like Cancer particularly doesn't like bitters or like anything that's harsh tasting. So like something like that would be perfect for you dealing with cancer or something like that. Or in general, like herbs have medicinal properties. Just to give you a background, like how do herbs work? When it comes to a doctor prescribing you any type of medication, for an example, like 90% of whatever a doctor gives you is a plant abstract. Like as an example, people have diabetes, they take insulin. They might take something like metformin. Metformin is a pharmaceutical patent of the herb French lilac. So like if you knew about the herb French lilac, you could go get the herb. And I'm gonna explain like why you should take medication, because I'm not against medication, but I'm not for medication. I'm really for a combination of both in the proper context. But with that being said, you have to be very like, oh no, this is what I was saying with how they patent. So they'll patent the herb rather than you just go and get it. But another great example is like what's that thing everybody takes, like Aleve and ibuprofen.
What's it called? IV?
No, ibuprofen.
Oh, ibuprofen.
Everybody loves ibuprofen, but ibuprofen comes from a specific herb called willow's bark.
I heard that before.
And you could just take the willow's bark. But to get to that point, because I don't want people to get confused. So like, should we take the herbs? Should we take the medicine? Like, because some people feel like, the medicine has other things. We could take the herbs a natural way. But sometimes, and my teacher told me this, sometimes you need a faster reaction. So the thing with herbs is you could take herbs and herbs will do wonderful. They'll do exactly what you think they'll do. It'll just be a longer process. And then with the medication will do exactly what you want to do at a faster rate, but you might have complications on the back end.
Like,
because
was it a defect?
Yeah, because they always have because most medications always have side effects. Like if you're of course, like if you're this age, you shouldn't take this. That's regardless if you're taking herbs, medicine, whatever. But there aren't as many side effects of taking a herb than taking the medication.
Okay.
But there's definitely, of course, drawbacks from taking herbs if you take too much or don't have the right amount, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So you just have to be careful. Like, great example, taking too much Casa Sagrada could cause liver issues, just like this chaparral. But you just have to have the right dosage. I mean, that's with anything, though, because if you eat too much of anything, like people say, it becomes bad for you.
So how you know the right dosage, though? Is it like that's when you come in and be like, this is the amount that you take? Or
yeah, so really,
is there a way to figure it out, though?
So there's always a way to figure it out. Of course, go to your recommended herbalist and your doctor. Always consult with your doctor and your herbalist. But I always try to like taste or test a little bit of a product or something before I even think about selling it or anything. So like example, I have something called chaga mushroom, which is a famous mushroom that is going to be more within the medical system as the years progress, because as medicine starts to advance, we're going to start seeing more medicinal shrooms and stuff like that. So chaga mushroom, like lion's mane is a great mushroom for cognitive ability and stuff like that. They use it to fight Alzheimer's and stuff like that. Especially as research continues, like we're going to see it help with more things and building neural networks and stuff like that. But specifically chaga, because you brought up melanin earlier, chaga is a mushroom that helps with the production of melanin.
Okay, so you can't. Well, okay. With that being said, right? Let's say like you stuffing a lot of chaga in your mouth, right? Trying to gain like melanin and stuff like that. Is there a point where there's like too much melanin?
So like I said earlier, anything of too much of anything is bad. So of course, like you have things that'll regulate. So like when you do have the melanin, you also want to make sure you have like vitamin D, selenium, calcium, potassium. You want to make sure you're accompanying this with like other minerals. Isolating is horrible in itself, because when you isolate something, it's no longer what God created it to be. Basically, is what I'm getting at. Like even when we talk about food, like fruits and stuff like that, when it comes to GMO fruits and stuff like that, they take the seed out, you know what I'm saying? Seedless grapes, seedless watermelon and stuff like that. But it's like the seed is what allowed it to reproduce. Like, and if we even go into the Bible with Genesis, I believe it's chapter 1, verse 29, it talks about like eating or yielding from every herb bearing tree, fruit, seed. Like God even put that in the Bible specifically so man wouldn't deviate from that. Because I was about to say, even when you eat watermelon, like the seeds are where a lot of the minerals are at.
For real?
Yeah, but we don't think about it like that. We think about like when we all ate watermelon as a kid, like eating it, spitting out the seed. Like that was culture. I'm pretty sure a lot of people did that. Like I did that. You know what I'm saying?
That too.
Until I got older and realized
eat the seed though?
Supposed to eat the seed.
I did not know that.
I did not. I didn't know that for some time either. Like growing up, you know how much watermelon we ate. We could have been healthy as I don't know what. Like,
but I spit all them shit.
Spit them out every day.
I feel you on that. But getting back to like that, because you was talking about the morning routine, right?
Yeah.
And, like we got off track a little bit on that. So how would it?
So 60 and 60. Of course, you want to make sure you take some sea moss, take some herbs. That's just to start out the day, you know. Of course, you're gonna take a shower. So from there, we could look at breakfast or we could skip breakfast. So it depends on the person. If you need to eat, because breakfast just means to break fast. You went 8 hours sleeping. You know what I'm saying? The body not consuming anything. Well, the body really consuming itself and other things, but you went without eating. So breakfast is really to break your fast. But I would break your fast with something like sea moss. Some fruit. Like what I used to recommend, and I still kind of recommend it now, is like breaking your fast or eating breakfast, starting breakfast with a pear, a watermelon, or an apple. And that just prepares like the stomach for the rest of the day, the hydrochloric acid in the stomach.
So I was reading this book by Dr. Patterson. His name like Dr. Hold on, is it Peterson? It's Peterson. It's something, Dr. Peterson. And he was talking about basically when you wake up, it's better to eat a heavy food though.
Better to have heavy food?
Yeah, he said have like if you can have like a fat ass steak, like.
See, but look, think about it like this, right? So you just woke up. Let's say you just woke up. Your boss called you like, yo, I need you at work right now. I need you to pull a double. Like soon as you wake up, you would be like, you might quit. You might quit. You might go back to sleep. You might actually get up and go work that double. But the analogy I'm using is the same way for your cells. Like you're gonna wake up and immediately force all of that on your stomach, like
Okay,
we're already.
maybe I'm ODing it.
No, let's do a regular then. Pancakes, sausage, bacon, like eggs, like let's French toast. Let's really talk about it. Like this is what an American diet consists of: sugary fried foods immediately when you're waking up. We are 70 to 90% water. Like the body has to have some intake of water. So why would you even start off the day with such a heavy meal like that? Like there's nothing wrong with having a heavy meal, but later on in the day would be better for you, because at this point the body's fully woken up. You done got rid of some of the toxins, like, you know what I'm saying? You wake up, you go defecate, you go urinate. You know what I'm saying? You get rid of all the things from the previous night. So you immediately putting something heavy on your stomach. It's like, no, bro, your stomach is very fragile, especially when you wake up. Like, that's why I said you wanna have something water soluble, something that'll break down easy when you first wake up. Then later on, like 11, 12, 1, 2, like you can basically, I ain't gonna lie, you could damn near have whatever you want if you have the right application of like exercise, diet, and stuff like that. And I don't even like the word diet, because like we even consider like fruits and vegetables a diet, but really like we was always eating fruits and vegetables. That was never something that was a diet. Like we consider that a diet when you're trying to lose weight, but you could do stuff like that and gain weight.
That's true. Cause then it's like fruits can also make you lose weight.
For sure. It's like, for sure, because of the fiber.
Yeah.
And the reason that those other things make you gain weight, like the meat, the dairy, and stuff like that, because it doesn't contain fiber. Fiber is able to feed the prebiotics. Feed the bacteria within the gut, within the microbiome. Mm-hmm. There's supposed to be fiber that is able to digest and fiber that is not able to digest. That's why there's what is it? Soluble and insoluble fiber. Mm-hmm. Like one specifically for the benefit of, you know what I'm saying,